Okay, so let me share my screen once again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now let us proceed further and do some advanced analysis. Yes. So what I'll do is that, so we are done with parametric test and non-parametric test. Chi-square test I can show you right now. Chi-square, are you interested to know chi-square test, or should I proceed with some advanced statistics for
Sir, please show also chi-square, sir.
Okay, I'll show you chi-square test. Okay. So now let's say take this data empty cars. Okay, take this data empty cars. Now, see, when do you use chi-square? Please understand. Uh, when both of your variables are categorical. Let's say, let us take it this way. Let's say you have somebody's gender, male, female, and you ask a question to them whether they smoke or not. Gender and smoking. Now, you want to understand the association between gender and smoking. Which particular gender smokes more, or is there an association between gender and smoking, whether males smoke more or females smoke more? If you want to know this, so see, gender and smoking answer will be yes or no, gender will be male, female, others. So let's say when you want to know the association between two categorical variables, yes, you apply chi-square test. So let's say I'll use this empty cars data, and now in empty cars data, let us pay attention. Let us pay attention. Jasmine ji, hello. Jasmine ji, please mute yourself.
Sorry, sir.
Now let's say I want to know the, see, now if you take example of empty cars data, you see cylinder. Now in certain cars, there are 6 cylinders, there are certain 4 cylinders, 8 cylinders. Yeah, okay. And see this displacement, horsepower, drat, weight, cubic, these are all metric data. VS, aim, gear, carb, these are all non-metric data, non-continuous data. So chi-square, in chi-square test, your both of your data should be non-metric. So what I'll do is that, let's say I want to check the association between, let's say, carb and let's say gear. I want to check the association between carb and gear. Is there an association between carb and gear? I want to check this. So what I'll do is that, let's say, let me erase it. GEAR gear data is already attached. CARB carb data is already attached. Okay. So now first I will create a table. I will create a table GAR gear and CARB carb. Okay. And I will save this table, let's say, in a vector called CHI chi. I'm creating a vector in the name of chi. Okay, you can name anything. Huh? Let's say if you're not comfortable with chi, you can simply name it XYZ. So I'm creating a table by using two categorical variables, that is gear and carb. Let me press enter, and if I press XYZ, so I'm getting this table. I'm getting this table. Now what I'll do, I'll simply type CHI. If I type, I'll get the hint chi-square dot test. So just select this and just mention this vector XYZ, and press enter. Now interpret. Very simple. In easy step, you calculated chi-square test. Very easy. Yes. See the p-value. P-value is greater than 0.05. If p-value is greater than 0.05, I fail to reject the null hypothesis. In other words, I accept the null hypothesis. What is null hypothesis? That there is no association between carb and gear. Yeah, actually there is no association. Evidence is supporting that there is no association between carb and gear. Let us try for others also. We have something called as VS and we have called AM. Let us check, is there an association between VS and AM? So for first, what I'll do, I'll create a table XYZ again table, and let me put it VS comma AM. So again, if I create that same vector XYZ now, so this will be overwritten. This vector in environment window, it will be overwritten. So yeah, okay. Now simply type CHI chi, come down chi-square test and XYZ. Yeah, enter. Again, this p value is greater than 0.05. I failed to reject the null hypothesis. Try some other things also. Let's say call names. Which are the other vectors you can just identify? Empty cars. You can check. Let's say you want to check the association between cylinder and let's say gear, cylinder and gear. So again, I create a table. Yes, let's press the upper arrow key. Here I will type CYL, and here I will type gear, GEAR, gear. I'm creating a table. Press the upper arrow key. Use this. Yeah, now there is an association. Here, see your p value. If you take two variables, cylinder and gear, your p value is less than 0.05. It means I reject the null hypothesis. What was null? There is no association between cylinder and gear. Reject. Actually, there is an association between cylinder and gear. Okay. So that is how. So when gear increases, cylinder also increases. This is what we will interpret. Hope this is very simple. Chi-square in R is very, very simple. Okay. So now we are done with parametric test. We are done with non-parametric test. Yes. So now what we will do, we will proceed with some advanced analysis in social science using R. I hope everybody is on the same page. Yeah. Okay. So now see, yesterday I told you one interesting thing, that whenever you want to change your working directory, yes, first you need to change your working directory. Get with. I'm going back because I'm bringing some data. Get with. See, get with tells you that where is my work saved. So all my work in R is saved in C drive, users, Arundi, OneDrive, documents. I want to change this. So what I'll do, I'll go to session and I will set a working directory. I will choose directory. So where is the directory? On my desktop, there is a file called data analysis. I will choose this. So now my directory is changed. So my directory is now from documents, it is now desktop and data analysis. I've changed my directory. Now why I've changed my directory? Now when you change your directory and when you click on this file, yes, when you change your directory and click on the file, whatever is there in the file, it will come in the R history. Now what I'll do is that here you can see there is R syntax. I've already written an R syntax. Since morning I was writing R syntax for this particular session. So I've written this R syntax. And here you see this R syntax is here. This is the R syntax. So 4 files are there. Yes. So when you change your working directory to that particular file, every file will be opening in the R. So I'll simply click on this. Just see this R syntax text. Can you see? Can anybody respond? Jasmine, can you see? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir, it is visible.
So I'll simply click on, see this, you have to first change the directory here, then click on R syntax. The moment you click on R syntax, see everything came here in the script window. Yes, actually it is a text file. It is a text file. Normally when you save here, when you try to save here, no, so R will take it as .r extension. Okay, but before that, see, I will be using all these things. Now all of you just pay attention. All of you just pay attention. I'm showing you something very, very interesting. Durgesh, I think it's not there. Had he been there, he would have enjoyed it because yesterday he was talking about Excel and all. So what I'll do is that, see, I'll show you an interesting thing. There is one data in psych folder which is known as SATACT. Can you see this data? There is one data in psych package which is known as SATACT. I know this data, why? Because if you simply type psych, put 2 dots, here is the data psych act. So now I'll be slightly fast because I have to cover a very big journey. Yeah, psych act. Just a second. Here it will come. If you just go down, you'll get to know this data. It's there somewhere. You'll get to know this data. So I'm simply typing psych.act. So this is the data. Now this entire data set I want out of R. How to do so? Pay attention. Very, very important. This entire data which is there in RStudio, I want to take it in my folder, in my directory. So now what I'll do, there is a command called write.csv. Just pay attention. It's very interesting. Write.csv. What is the name of the file? sat.act. Yes. Okay. And what is the next? So file name. I'll name the file. See, syntax is there. I'm just copying it simply. So file, put double inverted commas. And let's say I want to name this file as data from or R data. I'll simply name this file as R data. and I want a CSV file, CSV, which is an Excel file. Okay. See now what I'm doing. Jasmine, pay attention. See, there is the command call again. If I can show you this, let me simply type write dot CSV, press this one, and press enter. See, let me zoom this. So by write dot table or write dot CSV, you can take this entire file into external folder. So write dot CSV or write dot table, whichever is like you can do it. So I'll simply write dot CSV, and what is the name of the file? Sat dot act comma double inverted comma r data, and I will name this as CSV extension CSV, and let me press enter. Okay. Now let me take you to the folder. Can you see this folder? Let me open this R data. You see R data is visible. Can you see this magic? Come on, raise your thumbs up, something. What I did? Earlier in my folder, there was nothing called R data. But what I did, I took a file from RStudio and took it out of the RStudio and saved in my file. Now, when I click on this R data, you see that entire SAT data is here. And how much data is this? Let me check. How much data? This is 701 data. Just imagine 701 data which was there in RStudio. I took it outside. Now what I'll do is that I will take this data again into the R. See, first of all, why should I take Excel data into R? I can automatically simply type sat act, automatically all data comes here. But let's assume that I'm bringing an external file. Okay. So now see how I'll do it. Just pay attention, all of you. Just pay attention, all of you. Now, again, R is a story of 4 windows. Can you see this import data set? Say yes, anybody? Say yes.
Yes,
Juman, Manju, क्या नाम है? मैं भूल गया बेचारे का. Very nice name, yes. What's name? Oh, क्या नाम है वो? हमारे friend का वो? एक second, let me. I should not forget this यार. Let's see. Juman or name? क्या नाम है? Very nice name, yes. Ruman. Sorry. Ruman,
yes,
Ruman, आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
yes, yes.
हाँ, रुमन आप देखिए. हाँ, चलो आप. हाँ, सो रुमन मैं क्या करूंगा, देखो अभी ये मैंने क्या किया, एक कमांड लिखा रुमन यहाँ पे. हाँ, ये देखो, ये मैंने कमांड लिखा रुमन write.csv, और इस कमांड से I took one file from RStudio to my this particular data analysis file. So now what I'll do is that I want to import a data in RStudio. So how to do? In the environment section, you can see the import. And which is that file? It is not an Excel file. It is a CSV file. So मैं इस base पे tick करूँगा. किस पे? Base पे. I'll tick on the base and simply click here. R data. And OK. OK. Or there is everything is OK? Yes. So now I'll do is that strings as factor? No. And let me say import. Let me say import. Can you see the magic? All 701 data which was there in my computer file, I brought it into the RStudio. And here you see, actually this is the command, R data, all those things. Actually don't, if you start by hitting command, you'll forget everything. So use all the tabs and buttons which are there in the RStudio. Your work will become pretty easier. Okay. Now let's say I want to extract education. I think Jumki is there or what? Because Jumki asked this question to me at the outset. Sir, I'm importing a file, but I'm not able to extract certain columns. Okay, maybe Jumki will see the recording later on if she's not there. Let's say I want to extract education. Manojji, how should I extract education? Let me type education. Education nahi aa raha. What should I do? Attach. Very good, Neha. So what I'll do, I'll attach. What is the name of the file, Neha? R data. See, यहाँ पर आ गया है. ये देखो. The moment you bring a file into the RStudio, in the environment window, it will tell you R data. It has 700 observation of 7 variables. So here I will attach R data. Yes, and press enter. Now type education, upper arrow key. Education. Let's say you want ACT, ACT, ACT. Enter. Everything will come. Yes, easy. Things are becoming easy. So you can bring a file from your computer into R, and from R you can take a file to your folder. I'll show you one more magic. One more magic. Chalo. Now you can write a book on this. Huh? Wonderful. See, there is a command called sync. Sync. S-I-N-K. Sync. Sync. Now whatever analysis I will do, no, it will not be coming in the output section. It will be saved somewhere else. I should show you my PhD thesis. I use this command sync a lot. I was doing everything in R, and all my analysis was being recorded in a Word file externally. So let's say I'm writing sync, sync, and I'm writing simply reverse. Okay? Reverse connection or a dot. Just a second. I'm how to use the command SINK sync. I think inverted comma chahiye. Just a second. Sync. Sync. It has to be inverted comma. Yeah. Sync requires inverted comma. Huh? So see what I'm doing. Huh? What I'm doing. So sync, and let's say let's say I'm doing certain analysis, or let's say I'll name the file. Actually, you should write sync and you should name the file. File का नाम क्या रखोगे? Let's say analysis, and let's say analysis. Okay, and let's press enter. Okay, now let me type education. Answer is not coming. Why? Let me type age. Why I'm not getting the answer? I'm getting greater than symbol. I'm not getting the answer. And okay, so now what I'll do, I'll close the sync, press enter, and come to that data file. Can you see this data analysis file? Can you see this analysis? Let me say Word file just once. See. So your analysis in RStudio can be taken to an external file. So when you're writing a PhD thesis, your work will become very easy. Two very important things that today we learned in second half session. First, how to export a file from RStudio to your file on the computer. Second, whatever analysis you do in RStudio, it will be not recorded there. It will be recorded in a file or place where you want, which is your directory that you have selected by using the command set with. Is it interesting? Hello.
Yes, sir. Quite interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Getting whatever. See now. See one more thing. If you don't close this sync, no, your file will be full with analysis. You can get an SPSS output here in ARA. I'll show you an interesting thing. There is one package called Summary Tools. See, there is a tool. There is a package called Summary Tools. Summary. There's a Summary Tools package. I am not installing it because I've already installed. So here I can check it. Either package, I click it. Real-time Summary Tools. Let me summary. Can you see the Summary Tools? Let me simply tick it. The moment you tick it, no, automatically idhar aa gaya. R has read it now. You should wait for greater than symbol. This you can see this red button. You should wait. You should not do anything. Otherwise, there will be. You can stop this also if you want, but let it happen. It's loading. Library Summary Tools is loading. Yes. I'm showing you some interesting fact what you can do with R. R has enough capabilities. Just try and you can work miracles with R. So what I'll do is that let's say I'll simply type Summary Tools. Summary. I should be able to do it here. Sometimes I forget also, so I need to just Summary Tools. Summary Tools. Can you see the Summary Tools? Okay. Now here what I'll do, I'll use this function describe, and here let's say I want gender. This gender, can you see this gender? I want gender to be analyzed. I want education to be analyzed. Yes, and I want age to be analyzed. Okay, what is it telling me? I think just a second. Sometimes the following statistics are not recognized or not allowed. I think age will not capture. Let me remove this. So some trial and error you have to do. See, say descriptive statistics. Yes, mean of education. So gender का मुझे कुछ मिला नहीं, but education का mean ये है, standard deviation ये है, mean median everything, skewness, kurtosis, everything. I think it should work for others also. I don't know why it is not working. But maybe go and try with summary tools. Sometimes I will not have all the answers, sorry. But sometimes go and try. Summary tools is a very beautiful package, and you can do your analysis. If you can allow me to stop my screen sharing, I'll show you my PhD thesis so that ultimately you get some idea that how higher level analysis you should do. So I'll just show you. I'll just show you. So that at least you people are sensitized and do all your analysis, maybe not depend on any proprietary software. So I've stopped my screen sharing. Let me show you that my thesis so that you'll get an idea that how analysis has to be done at a very higher level. So I think you are doing great job. Most of your panel data and all those things and all, which is not my expertise, but try R. R is very food for thought. In just a second, I'll show you my thesis. So that at least I've used summary tools heavily, and even in the command section, syntax section, I've written everything. So yeah, okay. So just a second, give me some time, because now we are touching on some higher level, so that at least yeah, okay. Let me share the screen now. So I'm sharing the screen now. All of you just pay attention. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is my research topic. Yeah. Okay. Pathways to OCB, role of psychological resource LMX. I've submitted my thesis. I'm waiting for open defense now. Okay. So here, if I go down, just a second. It's loading. It's loading. Just have patience with me. So see, R, when you use summary tool package, no, your R will give you a very decent solution. Very decent solution. Exactly as good as SPSS. As good as SPSS. Just a second. See, can you see this? Respondents demographic profile. This entire I have calculated in RStudio using summary tools package. Summary tool is very interesting package. Go and explore it. Yeah, and yes, the statistical analysis of performance R at that time version was this. Okay, and if I can take you down, see, this is actually a social science research. So again, this correlation matrix, everything in R, everything in R, everything in R, not a single thing. Most of the output are from R. Okay, so let me take you down, see how many. Then these are some of the models that I have ran. These are some of the models which I have ran. I'll show you some interesting model. You will be like, will be inspired to use it. That's precisely the purpose. Again, I could have done even a better job because you are never satisfied with your PhD thesis. So this is the model that I tested. So this model that you can see before you, I've tested it in RStudio, and but I drew it in Microsoft Word. So I drew this diagram and put it in Microsoft Word. And if I go even down, I'll show you some intensity. This is I did a cluster analysis. Cluster analysis. So again, I'll show you an interesting fact. See how something better analysis I'll show you. See, this is a very big analysis. This is also multi-group analysis. In SEM you do, and these are some of the models. Okay, so this, if I come down, just a second. See, this is all the R syntax I have written in the. See, this is the R syntax. Can you see? R syntax. So first set the working directory. First step, whenever you start with R, set the working directory. So I set the working directory, import data file. So all my data was in this file, $.csv. So I imported it, attached the file. So I've saved everything. So see, this is the summary tool package. I was forgetting, no? So install.package summary tools, library summary tools. Roman, pay attention. Sync kar diya mane. When I did sync, so all my work will be saved in external file. So this is how I use summary tools, gender, frequency, and all that. See, this is the correct command. I was forgetting, no? Now see. So when I see my thesis, sometimes when I forget, no, I refer to this. See, it's very difficult to remember all the codes. It's my head will pain. So sometimes like I've documented all the R syntax in my PhD thesis in the annexure appendix section. So whenever I forget, I go and refer from here also. Yeah. Okay. So summary tools here I forgot. No summary tools. Now I can use it.
Sir,
Yes,
can I get this appendix, sir?
Can I get?
Sir, this appendix, sir, for future reference.
You will get it, sir. Ruman, you want no? I'll give this appendix, no issue. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
But this appendix will not make too much sense to you, sir. So let this thesis get published, Ruman, and you contact me. I will because this 17 page are I think around 17 pages are there to the best of my memory. 17 pages, all R syntax, all handwritten from multiple sources, books, internet, YouTube, multiple sources, so many places. And see, advanced modeling I've done. So sometimes my PhD thesis, like it excites me that I have not done a fake work. So my data is 268. So at least whenever I was at EDI Ahmedabad as a faculty there, so I just left it because I didn't find that place to be exciting. So now I'm more of a freelancer there. So there I started teaching for FPM scholars, PhD scholars. So I showed them my work, see how you should write it, and so yeah. So yes. So Ruman, I'll send you. Don't worry. My open defense is waiting. So once open defense get over, Rumanji, I will not only this, I'll send you my thesis also. Don't worry. And
Okay, sir. Thanks a
okay.
lot, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now, okay. So I just forgot that summary tool. No. So now I refer. Okay. So summary tool. See how to go about it. I forgot. So now I'm remembering summary tools. Put two dots. Then here you should take frequency. Then you type gender. Yes. Now see. See. More like see. See. Almost like SPSS, no? Then which was the other ls? What is that name of the file? R data. So let me take education also. Press upper arrow key. Just go and Kanchan, just mute yourself. Education. See education. So your descriptive statistics you can calculate using all the summary tools command. It's very interesting. You can just
So
calculate it.
previously you used the descriptive command.
Descriptive.
All.
So maybe that. Let me try that. See, sometimes no, Juman, you need to Ruman, you need to try. Sometimes you make mistake. You need to try. I was using a describe function, no. So can I take? इसमें see, let me say act का आ जाएगा मेरे ख्याल से. So for metric variable, no, you should use describe. Ruman, metric variable.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is how, and just copy this. And sometimes if I use this command, no, sync. Let's say sync, and let's say I create a analysis a dot doc document. Now this should be inverted comma, otherwise it will show error. Inverted comma. And now let me do summary tools all. Summary tools. Now I'll not get the output here. Act. Education age. Let me put it. Age. And now close the thing. If you don't close the thing, no, your Word file will be full. Now let me check in the Word file. See, again there is an analysis doc. Okay, see. Can you see all of you? I did it in RStudio. I did it in RStudio. Sync command, sync. And all my work is in now there in my Word file. So if you're doing your PhD, no, the sync command will be your savior. Such fast output you will not get anywhere. Even Excel also you will not get. So yesterday, some of you were asking me that why to shift to R and all. So Excel, I'm comfortable with it. But this much precision, my goodness, all your work from RStudio coming in a Word file. You can take it in Excel also. I can do that. If you want to take it in Excel, no, then I'll show you in Excel. Wait, let me close all this file. Let me close this. So let me take an Excel file. I want all my work in Excel. So what to do? Simply go. Let me erase the screen. Control L, upper arrow key. This is simply write CSV file, CSV or XLX. XLX ऐसा कुछ extension होता है, but prefer CSV. Now press enter. Press upper arrow key. Do all the analysis. Education. Age. And close the sync. See, all your analysis now in Excel. Excel. So where is Excel? This is see analysis. One more file created analysis. Excel. See. Now let's say you want to arrange this boxes properly. I'll do that also. Huh? I'll help you that also. See, now this is not in order, no? So it's just select here. Go to data. Text to columns. Next, finish. Can you see the miracle? All structured data, see? All structured data. In Excel. Our studios work in Excel. Okay, let me close this. Don't save. And let me delete this. I don't want this.
Impressive, sir. So can we get some extensions or some command for data
You can
visualization?
extension for what, Roman?
Data visualization, sir.
For data, yeah. Even data visualization, sir. Let me try. Okay, so let's say sync analysis dot doc. Inverted comma. Let me try. Yes. Let's say we had a box plot for that tooth growth data, no? Box plot, and length depends upon dose COL equal to C 2, 3, 4. ये कुछ हमने कमांड किया था. हाँ. अरे किधर आ गया ये? Why it is coming here? Let me check. हाँ, इधर आया एनालिसिस नहीं, इधर नहीं आ रहा है. अच्छा, did I press sync properly? It should not give me output here. Maybe box plot answer it is not taking, or maybe I've done mistake. This is doc. Okay, it can happen. Just try. Docs. Let me try this.
The closing.
No. So did I just a second? After closing, okay. Let me try. This is analysis. No, this is not. This one. Let me check. You give a try. Everything I think it can be done. Okay. I think this box plot I'm not able to see it, but try. I think it will get. Try. You'll get it. Try different ways. Check it how. Check on web.
Okay.
Something can be done. See, my purpose is to show you the capabilities of R that R can do. It has huge capabilities. Yes. Okay. Chalo, let me erase and let me proceed on something better now. Yeah. So I'm so imported the data in R. I hope you understand. See, you understand three things. First, importing the data in R. Second, exporting data from R to external file. Third, sync, where all your output can be taken in an external file and your work will become simpler. Okay. Now I'm removing this.
Sir, can you please repeat the exporting function?
Pardon? Which function?
Exporting RStudio file to the.
So write.csv, sir. Write.csv. Yes. And the name of the file was stat-act, comma, file name, file is equal to, just write the name of the file, whatever it may be, analysis, and just press enter. If you press enter, automatically your work will be taken to external files. Getting, Roman? Just okay, Roman, just type question mark write.csv and press enter. Roman, here you'll get the syntax. Don't worry. Even sometimes I forget syntax. You'll not imagine when I was like initially when I was learning R, when people started inviting me for workshops to their institutes, and sometimes I used to go to workshop and I used to forget. मैं code भूल गया, syntax भूल गया. So people used to laugh at me. So I never bothered about it. See, if you want to, but see, the purpose is make your point. Sometimes here and there you'll forget, not a big deal about it. Make your point. That's why I say that I never have all the answers under the sky. But yes, I'll make my point that if I'm not able to answer you, I'll inspire you, I'll motivate you. You will go and find on your own. You will come out with solutions. I'll tell you one more interesting thing. So when I was conducting, just last time when I was conducting a workshop, so there was one participant and he wanted the p-value of correlation matrix. So at that time I was not having. So we both searched, and that fellow and he was from he joined my Zoom session, I think from Middle East, some other country, and he came out with a beautiful solution. And I don't know this LS command. This LS command is taught to me by certain colleagues. Some participant, he told me, sir, type LS. I think I have not typed sync or what? Sync. Sync command, you have to close it, otherwise all your work will be saved there. So that person from Middle East, he came out with a, sir, this is the package. If you install this function will active, and by using this function you can get all those things. So now I've gone far advanced. You can see this. I'll share these notes with you. Let's focus from here. Function C, psych package is very useful for social science researcher. I'll show you what miracle it can do. And there are certain packages, you only type 10 commands, 10, 15 commands, you can write a beautiful quantitative paper. Beautiful quantitative paper, published in very good journal. So focus on line number 35. Can you see line number 35, all of you? This is SAT ACT data. This is a data set in psych package. So this is a data set in psych package, we all know. Okay. So let's say sat.act. Now, what did I say? That whenever you bring a data in RStudio, first you should check about the data, structure of the data. Yesterday we talked about the structure of the data. Yes. Then this is the structure. It's a data frame, 700 observations of 6 variables. Check then dimension of the data. Dimension sat.act. Dimension will give you dimension. It has 700 observations of 6 rows. It gives an idea. Then check the head of the data. Head of the data. Press upper arrow key. Head will give you first 6 observations. Head of the data, first 6 observation. Then write tail of the data. Tail will give you bottom 6 observation. Tail. Sorry, small tail. I'll tell you one interesting fact now. Huh? So I think these are very tedious command. Head, tail. Yesterday somebody said, sir, one command. I think Manoj sir said, sir, give me one command. It should give. We had a describe, and describe command. It is there in psych package. Okay. So yesterday I was like for this workshop I was exploring more functions. So I came across this package. This psych package is very beautiful. Now simply head tail, instead of typing head tail, simply write this head tail. Enter. First you type head, then you type tail. Now in psych package there is a function head tail. Type together. Now how to get this? See, head, automatically it will give you hint, head tail. And see, it is telling head tail is in where? It is in psych package. Head tail in psych package. This head matrix utils package. Util one is some other package. So head tail it is see in bracket in curly bracket it is telling where this function lies. Okay. So again very interesting, no? Head tail it is there. So this is your first 6 observations and this is your bottom 6 observation. Again I'm saying friends, the capability of R is huge. Perhaps you require, even if I go whenever I open R for every workshops, so I myself come across some new functions, new commands, new things, better ways. I get really excited. Now I'll tell you I'm working on few commands, 10-15 commands. In 10-15 commands you'll get all the analysis, all the descriptive statistics, regressions, correlations, correlation matrix, structural relations, everything. 10-15 command, that's it. 10-15 command you type, every time you just change the letter here and there and you'll get all the output. So quantitative research publication becomes very easy. Getting so quick it is. Okay, so now again, see, can you see this? Describe SAT. Let me run this command. Describe SAT. So here I am not getting that. Acha, see, here I am getting all this run command, but here I am not getting anything. You know why? Because this is .txt extension. This is .txt extension. So what I'll do, I'll simply erase this. I'm removing that file. Yes, going to my this data analysis file, and here R syntax. What I'll do is that simply, this is a text file. I wrote all syntax in text file for my understanding so that I don't forget sometimes. Sometimes I also get forget. No, I'll simply put here. Now see, if I put it here, no, automatically run command becomes active. But because earlier in files, if you focus this R, this is .txt extension. But R script file, they have .r extension. Like Excel has XLS, CSV extension, DOC, Google Word has DOC extension, all those things. Now what I'll do is that, just pay attention. Huh? So let me use the describe function. Just keep my cursor here and run describe. You see, describe everything in one go. Manojji, just pay attention. SAT ACT has 700 observations. 700 observation, all analysis in one button. Rumanji, skewness, kurtosis, सब आ गया. Mean आ गया, standard deviation आ गया, median आ गया, everything describe all at one go. Okay, I'll show you one more magic now. This all thing has been discovered by me recently. Okay, Can you see this? This is wonderful thing which has happened before you in the top plot section. Can you interpret this? Can you interpret this? You see gender, bimodal hai, male, female, education, age. This is negatively skewed. You see act, negatively skewed. Again, SATV, negatively skewed, negatively skewed. These are all correlation values. ऊपर जो दिख रहा है correlation, यानी gender और education का correlation है 0.09. Education और age का correlation है 0.05. Gender और age का correlation है -0.02. See, so wonderful analysis. Everything is there in again. Now you see, whenever you publish your paper in top-notch journals, you have to produce correlation matrix. So how to produce correlation matrix? Go here and click here. See correlation matrix. What is the command? Lower.core satact. Satact is your file, data file. So you are getting a correlation matrix very quickly. People produce correlation matrix in their papers, huh? And correlation matrix के बाद एक और है core dot. Can you see this core dot test? This is a command sat dot act. If I type this, I'll get the p values. See, this is a correlation matrix which is not telling me that which correlation is significant and which is not significant. Let's say take this value 0.5. Education and act have a correlation of 0.15. But is it statistically significant? Is it statistically significant? Now you require p value. So here you can get the p value. Act and education. So this is act and this is education. See, this is so significant. Means this 0.05, it is significant. So here you are getting p value. Here you are getting p value. So this is your correlation matrix, and here you are getting p values. So fast. Within a fraction of second, you just type, you are getting the output. Wonderful output again. Okay. Now again, I'll show you heat map. I'll show you heat map. What is the command heat map? Core dot. Let me check. Core plot hai. Can you see the core plot? Just focus on this function of core plot. See, core plot, it is there in Scikit package. All are in Scikit package. I'll check this command, core plot, and simply let me write the data sat.act. See, can you see this? This is a heat map. Wherever you see bold blue color, it means very strong relationship. Wherever you see red color, like this is -0.7, red means negative correlation. So this is a heat map. Let's say you have an empty car data, no? Core plot, go up, write empty car, empty cars. Now you will be able to analyze better. Can you interpret this heat map? See, diagrammatic representation. I think Manoranjan sir wanted visualization, data visualization. See, this is data visualization. Wherever you see red color, there you see there is a negative correlation. Darker red means strong negative relation. Dark blue means strong positive relationship. This is heat map, and this is there in this function core plot. This is there in the function core plot. Hope I'm making sense. Are we there together?
Yes, sir. So can we get this plot in our system? Can we save this plot?
Just try, sir. Plot, try, give the sync command. Plot, you see, this you can copy, sir. Sometimes, no. See, normally you can save it. See, this correlation plot is there, no. Simply export, save as image or save as PDF. Let me save as PDF. Let me save it as an R plot. Save. Now I have saved as a PDF. Where is it now? Okay, just a second. Come to my folder. See, this is R plot. All work will be R plot. Let me open it. See. You can save it, sir. You can save it. You can copy it also, sir. Copy it also.
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just a second. See, let me share the screen. Okay. Let me share this. Now just pay attention. Yeah. Okay. So this is my. Okay, just a second. Let me raise this. This is the heat map. Yes. Now, Ruman wants to save this. How to save this, Ruman? Ruman,
Yes,
can
sir.
you see this export section?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Click here. Save as image.
Save
Let's say save as image. So I'm just clicking here, and let's say save. So where it will be saved? It will be saved in my directory. Where is my directory? Yes, this is my directory. Data analysis. You see, R.1. Let's say photos. Just once. See, Ruman.
Okay, sir.
Just save it, Ruman. Save it. You can copy to clipboard and paste in Word also. It's very easy, Ruman. Very easy. Here you simply need to
Okay,
copy to clipboard and just paste in the Word. Getting? So you can clean this.
yes, sir.
There is the brush available. You can clean this. Okay. So now what we'll do is that let us learn regression now. Regression. I think we have only half an hour. So let's learn regression. Okay. Regression. What is regression, by the way? Come on. What's regression? Anyone? What's regression? Any idea? Regression? Okay. See, regression is used to check the influence of one variable on the other. So just remember, regression is used to check the influence of one variable on the other. Yeah, one variable on the other. Yes. Now regression you can do very simple. Let's say this is empty cars data. Yes, this is empty cars data. Now let's say I want to check whether horsepower influences mileage of the car or not. I want to check whether horsepower influences the mileage of the car or not. So how to do? Regression very simple. Simply type LM. LM is linear model. Type MPG depends upon horsepower and press enter. When you press enter, you are getting intercept. This is your beta naught and this is your coefficient, horsepower, but this will not make sense. So what I'll do is that let me press the upper arrow key and type summary and close the tab here, enter. Now this will make sense. All of you pay attention. So this is the formula that I applied, whether mileage depends upon horsepower or not, or does horsepower of a vehicle influence its mileage or not. I want to check the association. So this is residuals. This is residual. This is the summary of residuals. This is the summary of residuals. Yeah. Okay. And this is coefficients. This is your beta naught. So my intercept is 30 point something, and this is statistically significant. You can see the 3-star. So whenever you see the 3-star, it means that is statistically significant. Then horsepower. So horsepower has a negative influence on mileage. It means as your horsepower increases, your mileage comes down. As your horsepower increases, your mileage comes down. So horsepower has a negative influence of minus 0.068 on the mileage. And this is also statistically significant. And now here you see this is R square. This is R square. R square. R square is nothing but R into R, which is coefficient of determination. So it means this is my 60%. 0.60 is 60%. So horsepower is influencing mileage to the extent of 60%. Horsepower is influencing mileage to the extent of 60%. So still 40% is in mileage is not explained by horsepower. Horsepower is explaining 60% in mileage. It means 40%. 100 minus 60 is 40%. 40% is unexplained. So you need to go and find out those variables other than horsepower which influences the mileage. That will be your contribution to research. So this multiple, this R squared is nothing but coefficient of determination, and this is adjusted R square. You'll find that adjusted R square value will always be lesser than this value. And this is the ref statistics, and this model is significant. The p value is, if you see this E, it means it's a very small amount, less than 0.05. The model is significant. So this is simple regression. So when I say simple regression, there is one independent variable and one dependent variable. Now
Sir, I have a query, sir.
Manoj.
Sir, what is the basic difference between R square and adjusted R square?
Okay, sir. Very nice question, sir. Okay, let's say, sir, R square. Okay, let me use hashtag R square, sir. It is known as coefficient of determination. It is known as coefficient of determination. What does R square tell? R square tells that how much percentage of dependent variable is explained by independent variable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, it tells,
yes, sir.
Technically speaking, what percentage of variance means R square explains the variance explained in dependent variable by the independent variable. Now adjusted
Yes,
R square, it's an, see, adjusted R square you use when you are bringing more independent variables in the model. So let's say now let me go for multiple regression. Now let's say I am typing, other than horsepower, I want to check the weight of the whether weight also influences mileage, and let me press enter. Now see, sir, what is happening. When I brought one more variable, weight, into my linear model, my R square shot up by 22%. Earlier it was 60%, now it is 82, and adjusted R square is 81, 0.81, almost 81%. Yes, and if you go back earlier, see, compare, sir, compare. This was my first model, sir. Here my adjusted R square was 58%, and here my adjusted R square is 81%. So when your adjusted R square increases vis-a-vis first model, it means your second model is better than the first model. Let's say,
yes, sir.
If this adjusted R square is 58%, I ran one more model and this adjusted R square came out to be 57%. It means the second model is not a decent model. So adjusted R square is a relative figure. You need to compare between models. Getting, sir?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, another question, sir. Here, sir, there are 3-star and double star or single star. Sir, triple star means highly significant, sir.
No, not highly significant. Triple star means this is significant at 0.01. Yes?
Okay.
Means
okay, sir.
This is 99.99% you are sure.
Okay, sir.
And this 2-star means you are this is 99%, and 1-star you see means it is 95% sure. This is 99.99% sure that you will not commit type 1 error. This is 99% sure that you will not correct type 1 error, and this is 95% sure that you will not correct type 1 error. So this is nothing but all your alpha and confidence levels, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So I'm not covering that alpha confidence. They are basic things. Maybe
yes.
There are some other workshops I require just to cover basics of statistics. Yeah, okay. So you can do regression also, sir. Now one more thing. Now I promised in the workshop that how to use AI. I think Manoj yesterday asked, sir, how to remember all these codes. I'm not able to remember. How does one remember? Manoj ji.
Sir, just one query. Sir, we going to like AI and like R Studio. Sir, can you also show like how to apply regression for the non-linear model?
Non-linear model, sir. Non-linear model there are available, sir. But I have not covered in this particular workshop, sir, because in social science normally we work with linear models, sir. We all work with linear model, and we have an assumption that independent variable and dependent variable have linear relationships, sir. So maybe in future workshops, sir, I will definitely cover non-linear model as well, sir. But as far as this workshop is concerned, I'm not covering that non-linear model.
Just one more query, sir.
Like,
sir, if there is a dummy variable in the independent variable, if any independent variable is a dummy variable, qualitative, then how will we take that into the regression model?
Okay.
Even if
I'll show you. Just focus. This is LS empty cars.
Sir, you are not sharing your screen, sir.
Okay. Sir, just a second. Okay. Just a second. This is my R Studio. ls, this will give me the variables. If I simply say head empty cars, it will give me certain. Now Manojji, just identify this MPG is metric, displacement, horsepower, drag, Q-sec. These are all my metric variable. Let's say VS is my
Gear and carb, sir.
Let's say VS is my dummy variable, which has two categories, 0 and 1. So how will you model it? See, very simple step. Simply type LM. Let's say MPG depends upon, let's say I'll take horsepower plus. Now I want to model VS as an independent variable, as a dummy variable. So very shortcut, simply type your factor and simply write VS and enter. Sorry, you can put this into a vector A and then write summary, you'll get a very decent output. See, sir. Now this is factor 1. This is your control variable, dummy variable. Automatically it is modeled, and this is not significant. This is not significant.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Sir. Okay.
Sir, just one more query. Sir, I mean, can you just show like taking carb as a like dummy variable, carb, because there are 3 categories.
Carb, where is
3 levels.
Acha, carb, no? Okay, again that is very simple, sir. Press the upper arrow key. Instead of VS, write carb. Carb. Press enter and write summary. A. Sir, see. All your dummy variables are here, sir. All your simply factor, right? Factor and carb. Dummy variable, whenever you are modeling in regression, Manoj sir, you have to model it using factor. Factor, because why factor? Because this is a categorical data. This is a categorical data. So automatically it is model here. We see none of the factors are significant except this intercept is factor 1. This intercept is factor 1. So only one is significant, rest others are not significant. This is how we'll interpret.
Sir, one more query. If the dependent variable is categorical, like logic and problem model, if the dependent variable is categorical, qualitative variable, then like logic, probit model, then sir, how the like syntax will go on?
See, first of all, sir, okay, Manojji, be it logic model, be it probit model, yes, be it quantile regression,
yes,
everything you can handle it, sir. Everything you can handle it. Everything.
Sir, I do it on Stata, but I just want to see it on R.
But see, sir, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried logic and probit models, sir. So at least I can do it. I need to go and search the command here and there from multiple sources. I can do it, sir. I can. Perhaps I may not answer your query. Maybe it will take time. If I start modeling it, it will take me time because I need to search the code here and there.
Okay, sir.
And yeah, but go and try. Go and try.
Okay, I will do, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now what I'll do is that let me take you to ChatGPT, which is the last part of our this particular workshop. Yeah. So in 2 days we try to cover maximum things. See, normally when I conduct such short workshops, the idea is to sensitize you towards taking R for your research. And in short duration, in 8-hour session, in fact, a lot of information is given to you. And if you're sincere throughout this session, you learn a lot. And automatically you develop inclination to learn and explore it even better. So if you read my brochure, the flyer that I released, I mentioned one line at the end that Arun is a connoisseur of R. I'm a lover of R. So when you love something, automatically you will explore day in and day out. So be a connoisseur of R. And again, I have written that I've inspired many people to take up R for their research. Not only these workshops, I've conducted many workshops and people are switching to R now after attending the workshop because they find it's not a rocket science. Simple practice, just fixing your codes, finding answers. You can do miracles. Whatever Manojji technical things he was asking, of course, everything can be taken by R. Not a big deal about it. You can do it. All sorts of regression. Whichever there are regression. There is an entire family of regression. There are more than 10 types of regression. Everything can be done. But we as social science, particularly, I'm an OB researcher, organizational behavior. We have limitations as far as usage of regression is concerned. We use stepwise regression. We use hierarchical regressions. We use normal, simple, and multiple regression. So we restrict all these things. Sometimes we use logistics regression also. So as far as me is concerned, as far as OB faculty is concerned, we use certain 4 or 5 types of regression. So we are expert in that. So let's say if I want to apply a quantile regression, of course, R is capable of handling any sort of regression. It can do it very nicely within a fraction of seconds. It can handle dummy variables, everything it can do. Even Manoj was talking about non-linear regressions. Even that can be handled. Even that can be handled. In fact, in my thesis, we went for checking for linearity assumptions. Now, whenever you run a regression, you have an assumption that there is a linear relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. What if the relationship between independent variable and dependent variable is not linear? So again, there are tests available. You need to check it whether your assumption of linearity is true or not. If it is not true, then you have to go for non-linear regressions. So that question is a very valid question by Manoj. But of course, everything can be done. I may not have all the answers, but here I sensitize you. Here I excite you. I invoke the curiosity in you that go and explore from here. Go and explore from here. Okay. So now what I'll do is that I have stopped sharing the screen. So hope the screen is not visible. I'll go to ChatGPT now, so that your work become very easy. And let us see non-linear regressions, or for that matter, whatever Manoj ji has query, or Manoranjan ji has query, or for that matter, Ruman has query, Kavi or Kanchan, Asil. We'll see whether ChatGPT answers this or not. So I'll go to ChatGPT. Just give me some time. I beg your patience. So this is ChatGPT. Just a second. Let me
please share your screen, sir.
But let me first open ChatGPT because okay. Okay, so let me go to ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT wherever you set up now. See, when I was learning art, there was no ChatGPT. So multiple sources. In fact, when I submitted my PhD thesis in the month of March. So till March, where there was ChatGPT. So all the 17-page code which I have written. So multiple sources I have written code. Okay, so I think some chat section is there. No, people have left. That's totally okay. So now see the ChatGPT. This is OpenAI. Click on OpenAI, and here what I'll do is that I will simply go to login, and this is ChatGPT. You put your email ID, all these things. I think it's already taken. Okay, it's not. Let me. Yeah, okay, and hope you're not able to see my password. Yes, Manoj?
No, sir. No, sir.
So I'm opening ChatGPT. So let's put all our queries. Yeah, okay. So this is your ChatGPT. Huh? Let me hide this. This was the last discovering AI for syntax writing. Where is it? See here, I'll type. Huh? Let's say R syntax for non-linear models. Let us see, Manoj. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
See, just try. Now you just copy. See, this is a vector. X is a vector. Y is a vector. Henceforth, you will never have confusion. Then model formula. See, this is the formula. Y depends upon A. Now, whenever you run Manoj, non-linear regression, you have to take exponential form. This is exp something. I think you must be knowing better than me. I never run non-linear regressions.
Sir, it is one form of like non-linear
something, whatever is there. Now it's for you to interpret. I've shown you the way. Go and copy and do and interpret accordingly.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now let's say descriptive statistics command, descriptive. You need not require my code, Rumanji. Descriptive statistics syntax.
Yes, sir.
In R. Let us see which are the descriptive statistics syntax in R. See. Same. Arey baapre. Modis de diya, dekho. I never. This is the first time I'm using for descriptive study all those things. See, everything. Manoj had a question, sir, how to do all these things. See, everything, box plot, everything. ChatGPT, my goodness. Summary data, mean, median, most frequent value, library, Modis is a package. standard deviation, variance, range, quantile, table, histogram, box plot, sum is not, or what's a, let's say, multiple linear regression in R. LM command. Huh? See.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, sir.
Yes, sir. Is there any command to create a pivot table in R?
Pivot table. Let us check. I haven't created it. Pivot table in R. R syntax for pivot table. Let us check. See, again, there is a package called Reshape. Try this. Again, tidyverse. Rumanji, bahut aaya. See, you have to practice. Go and practice. Now, see, after this workshop, I'm sure R will not be troubling you because you will understand many things. Rumanji, yes, you can create pivot table. This is what ChatGPT is saying. But I think there is a package called Reshape 2 and tidyverse. Rumanji, got it? Syntax is there. Syntax is there.
Yes.
Files are there in our memory. Extract, use, do it. Yes. Okay. So this is power of ChatGPT. So this is the last session of today. Usage of AI for syntax writing in R. So let me talk to you now for 5 minutes, and then after that I'll seek your feedback, and then we will wind up today's session. Yeah. Okay. So there is this.
There is something.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Sir, yes, there is something called GPT-R Studio.
GPT-R Studio. Yes.
I think like there are some stages, some exercises that to be performed. Then this I don't have to open that this ChatGPT. Everything can be done in the R Studio itself.
Okay. So they have integrated GPT-R Studio. They have integrated into R Studio. AI is integrated into R Studio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. That is like easier one than the present one.
Great. GPT-R.
I was exploring this today. I got to know it today only.
Okay. Great. How to stop sharing the screen now? How to stop sharing the screen? Okay. Okay. Just a second. Stop share. Okay. So let me stop recording here. Just a second.